Warning! This video may contain foul language, discussion of sex, prostitutes, and other adult topics that might make some people squeamish. If you can't handle this, leave now, but don't bitch to me. Enjoy.
Hey, I'm Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok. Following up on the two-tiered pricing, I got a lot of messages, a lot of emails, a lot of people that they are angry when they talk about this two-tiered pricing. They don't like being discriminated against and being charged more than the Thais. Actually, there was only one person who commented that he thought it was acceptable because it was acceptable for Thais to charge more money because the foreigners were not paying taxes in their country, and he was specifically speaking to me, which I think is a bunch of bullshit, because first, I have paid taxes. Second, whether I pay taxes or not, I am spending my money in the country. My wife is paying taxes. My kids, in all likelihood, will, at some point in their lives, probably pay taxes. And a lot of people don't pay taxes here, or they pay very, very little. So I don't buy that, but, to each his own. You can believe what you want. Now, to the letter. This comes from a guy named Andrew. He says, "Hey, Scott, just saw your video about the two prices situation. Well, got your point. Let me tell you my story, and you can see how unjust this is." Well, I really don't need to know how unjust it is. I already know it's unjust, but thank you. In 2008, I met a Thai Austrian lady who visited her friend in Chumpon and wanted to buy property for her husband. This woman was extremely well off. I decided to accompany her on her search, and besides other places, we went to the Toratau National Park. There I remember very clearly that at the entrance she showed some kind of a Thai identity card. Well, that's exactly what it was, Bat Prachachon. Who knows how she can have this, as she holds an Austrian passport, and technically she is Austrian. Well, she can be Austrian and Thai. I don't see that that's a big issue, but she paid 30 baht to get in, and I was asked to pay 300 baht. I was rather, a backpacker who at the time was traveling on a sort of tight budget. Well, that's neither here nor there what kind of budget you're on. That really doesn't matter. But what does matter is that you're paying 10 times more than she is. That's a bunch of bullshit. Sorry. And this was not a shady ripoff down the road somewhere. No, this was in an official national park run by the government of Thailand, and the two prices was exposed openly for all to see. We also received an official invoice with stamp and everything. This is done by the Thai government. I see it as really unjust. Listen, I feel for you, buddy. I mean, but like my wife said, I don't think there's a hell of a lot we can do. And our choices are this. We can bitch and moan, which is what I'm doing. We can leave, or we can fight it with the government, which I think is a lost cause. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do. Yes, it's unjust. It happens here. It happens in many other countries. And it sucks. That's the bottom line. But that's the way it is. The Thai government does this, and it really shows how twisted they are. If they want to have a cheap price for poor people, which is a noble deed, well, issue them a social pass, depending on their income, and with that, they get in cheaper. Also, museums, whatever, because not all Thai people are poor. I know many of them, and some are very well off. Thanks, Andrew. Now, here's the thing. I don't think the Thai government would ever want to spend the money required to figure out who has what kind of money and can they afford to get in Do they need a card for poor people or anything like that? And then the poor people probably wouldn't want to have the card because they're embarrassed. They would lose face, although I don't know, maybe they would because they're saving money and they might be laughing at the people who are more well off. And then there would be people trying to cheat the system and, whatever. I just think, here's the thing that is very difficult for me to understand. $100 in my pocket is the same amount in someone else's pocket. It doesn't matter where they're from. It doesn't matter what color their skin is. And when I grew up as a Caucasian male in the United States. At the time, probably one of the least discriminated against groups of people. And I'm not used to it. And then when I came here, I kind of went, oh, wow, this is not really cool, but okay, whatever. Now I see it all the time. And I see it plain as day. And honestly, I think that this is the kind of thing that prevents people from wanting to live here, which maybe that's what the Thai government wants, I don't know. But it also is something that can drive people away. So here's the way I see it. You can just eat shit, and basically you can pay up, you can accept it, you can bitch and moan, which is what I've done, and what other people have done, or you can leave. And right now I don't want to leave. Maybe in the future, as my kids grow older and they get out of school, they go to university, and my wife and I can move around a little bit easier. Maybe in the future I'll only live here part-time. Because I will say that really pisses me off that it's institutionalized here, this practice of charging more money for foreigners. I really don't like it, and I don't think anybody around the world likes it. The fact of the matter is, there's not much we can do about it. So for now, that's all I got. I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di la Jerken.